Hi, sweethearts. It is Saturday, and here we are on the channel talking about bullying. Shu and I haven't really experienced any bullying. I haven't as a result of being with a trans man, and he hasn't as a result of being a trans man. He has talked to me about a couple people who are in some of the discussion groups that he's in who are pretty nasty to people who harass people about the decisions that they're making in their transition, why they're doing things in the order that they're doing them. And he has stepped up a couple times and said to different people, "Hey, you got to stop. That what they're doing is not appropriate." One of the groups, the admin for the group is just not active. So she was taking on that role a couple times of being the person who says something to the folks who are bullying other people in the group. But in terms of directly to us, we really haven't experienced anything. Um, we don't particularly have a a big LGBT circle. We have a lot of close friends who are LGBT, but that wasn't a part of that has not been a part of our life as a couple, to create a specifically an LGBT based community. So most of the people that we came out to, or really all of them, are people who are really close to us and who we really care about and who care a lot about us. So we didn't really experience getting taken crap from any of our close friends about about his decision to transition. The bullying that I think has caught me by surprise has been the folks who seem like they have it together but are treating other people like crap. And I think all bullying at its core is based around that person really struggling with something in their life and not being at a place where they can say, "This is what's going on with me," and find someone to help them to deal with it. So to deal with it, they treat other people like crap. They're not happy with where they are in their transition, or the speed at which things are changing while they're on T or while they're naturally transitioning. They're not happy with the fact that they don't have enough money to do top surgery, or that their surgery didn't turn out like they wanted it to, or that they can't afford to do bottom surgery, or that bottom surgery is not um, going to give them the results that they feel like they want. And so they treat people like crap because they're not happy with where they are, or because they see someone who is so much more self assured and confident and happy with where they are. A big part of the transition process, from what I've seen in talking with Shu and with getting to know some other folks through the discussion groups we're in and through YouTube, is it requires a lot of self reflection, and it requires a lot of taking time to figure out who you are. And the folks who don't do that are the ones who really struggle in the transition. And I think those can be the people who end up bullying folks because they're not comfortable with who they are, and treating other people terribly allows them to ignore what's going on in their own life. One of the prompts from Shay was, when we hear the term "not trans enough, what do you think?" And when I hear the term "not trans enough," it really makes me think about people who are trying to fit other people into their box and their definition of what it means to be trans. And one thing that I've learned in the course of walking this journey with Shu is that there is no one way. There is no one path that people take. Everyone has their own reasons for doing things in the order that they do them. He has trans friends who had top surgery and then are just now starting T. He has friends who are not taking T at all. Friends who want to have top surgery, friends that don't, friends that want to have bottom surgery, friends that don't. And people who are doing it in a whole lot of different ways because that's what works for them. And so when I hear the term "not trans enough," it really makes me want to say to the people who say that, just worry about yourself, worry about your journey, worry about what's going on with you. In terms of how do you cope, how do you respond, and where do you find strength, it's really important in transition to have a support system, to have friends, family, a counselor, doctor, teacher, professor, pastor, whoever, To have people in your life who are supportive of you and who you can talk to have someone in your life or a few people in your life who you can talk to. And I think that makes it easier to cope with whatever hatred may be coming towards you. Um, in terms of finding strength, for me, my faith is really important to me, so going to church helps me to find that strength. Connecting with someone who is completely finished with their journey could help someone who is experiencing some bullying to see, yes, it does get better. Also, for finding strength, I think books and movies and music can kind of help a person to cope and to to put words and voice to what they're going through. Um, Also, I think it's important to have some pick me ups, to have some things that you do that just make you happy. I play guitar and I throw pottery on the wheel, and those are both things that just make me happy. So I definitely recommend to everyone to try and find something that makes you happy. I think that's really all that I have to say. Um, my last thought is, if you are being bullied, if someone is treating you terribly, please say something to someone. If you're not comfortable addressing that bully directly, find someone who is able to help you to do that, help you to find the words, or who's able to do it for you. Because you don't have to take it. You don't have to have someone treating you terribly. So I hope everybody has a great week. I do want to say go Irish, and we'll see you next week.